What are you squawking about? Hmm? What are you looking at? You looking at me? You looking at me? You looking at me? You looking at me? All right, there's the Missy. It's Tuesday afternoon, and poor Georgie thinks he's going to go for WALK today, but that's not in the cards because it's kind of schmutzy yet. But we're just talking about how we're gradually, and welcome to Tuesday afternoon on the Rancho, guys. And tomorrow we're getting ready to go down and see the Janet girl and have lunch with her. And there's the pretty Missy Jen today. And you've been cranking out a lot of videos lately for the collab, and you've been doing some schmutz on the garden and all that. Yeah. Pulled a hell of a lot of weeds.
Spring season is upon us.
Spring season is upon us. So this is kind of the update for the O'Kelly channel. So it's my shout out to you, number one, for all the work you've been doing on the outside of the place. It's looking great. And I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I'm going to show you the wall of sound. And, you know, remember I used to have the Pioneer, the QX9000 was up on the shelf, right, Missy Jen? And I did not nut myself. You're kind of mad I tried to do that myself, take that down.
I go outside, come back in, and... So, are you serious? You didn't even wait so I could help?
So, you know, it's going to be bend over and get my reward later.
I'm going to have to lick and warm up my spanking hand.
It's, you know, it's the German in her. It comes naturally. Anyway, guys, we did, you see the QX9000 there. And the funny thing about this from '74, this was like the biggest thing that Pioneer ever made. And it has that beautiful, another one that has a beautiful walnut case. But at that time, reverb was really the big thing. Wow, wow, wow. You'd have the stereo playing, and you'd put reverb on, and you would feel like you're at a rock concert. Bow, wow, wow. You'd hear that sort of echoing sort of effect to it. Yeah. So that's the cool thing about this. So this is really in fantastic shape, this particular one. It sat up there for basically 3 years, up on that damn shelf. So we've been clearing it out, and it's got my book collection. Now the boss wants to know, honey, why don't I have any music on the wall of sound? He calls it the wall of mute right now, because most of this gear hasn't been plugged in for like years and years and years, and it has to be carefully brought up on the Variac, and there's some here that needs a little bit of restoration work. So our goal is to get stuff up and on shelves, and then going forward we have a lot of time to really describe and to get into detail on some of these historic receivers, amplifiers. In other words, I don't want to give it short shrift. You know, I want to really go into detail about that and not be a dick and just say this is this and this is this, right, Missy Jen? I mean, this is...
You can't take a delicate piece of equipment that's been for years out of commission.
Right.
Plug it in and crank it up.
Right.
You cannot do that.
You can't do it. You might blow some caps. It's got to be brought up slowly, especially some of the old tube equipment. You can see some of these tubes and things here have been packed away for 30 years and removed, and finally seeing the light of day here. So it's going to be worth it. I mean, you're going to be astounded when you hear the Scott 299 amplifier or the Dynaco ST70. You're going to be blown away. You've already heard Little Toot, and you know, even with the not the best video camera, it still sounds pretty amazing for a teeny tiny.
One treat at a time.
One treat at a time. That's well said.
Yeah. Over the year 2015.
Yeah. So as the boss says, the wall of mute. Here, all you're doing is putting your bikini on and unboxing friggin' wrapping paper and boxes and bubble wrap and stuff. And Jen said this one in particular is the Doppler radar.
Yeah, it's got the sonar on it.
It's got the sonar for incoming. So if we want to watch Das Boot, we have realistic sort of. Realistic sonar there. So
I would consider this wall the wall of surprises, because you never will know, and we even will not know until each and every single one will be on what we will hear.
Exactly, and this is really just scratching the surface here, and we're not going to overwhelm the place, but we've now got that shelf done. And we're probably going to suspend 2 shelves. They won't go floor to ceiling probably, but it'll look tasteful, and everything's going to be confined to this room, and everything started to be cleaned up. You don't see any boxes around, and that's my promise to Jen that, you know, I've got the workshop now, so there's really no excuses that it's like a floating laboratory of audio around this place. So makes her happy, and a happy Jen makes my life happy. So having said that, let's go outside and do the rest of the update. I want to show you what Jen has been working on outside here while I've been dicking off at work watching your guys' YouTube videos and stuff. She has been on the job. I don't know how. It's not really sunny. I don't know why I put my sunglasses on. Well, it's the March update, and you can see how beautiful, and if you were on the chooch yesterday, I sort of highlighted them, how spectacular. And I love the Lady Banks roses, and the Canon camera here really does a beautiful job of coming in really close with tremendous detail and color. I'm really proud of that. The persimmon tree is starting to leaf out here. And we're supposed to actually get a little bit of rain tonight. It'll be only the 4th day of, if we have any, it'll be only the 4th day of rain the whole year so far, so 2015. You can see our Robertson navel. We're starting to get some of the little orange blossoms on here. And if you've never smelled orange blossoms, they're amazing. The Jerusalem orange tree has really put on, the Palestine orange tree has really put on a tremendous flush of new growth here. I'm happy. This is my baby. And of course we have the Meyer lemon, and you guys saw me make the lemon pound cake, and our this one is the most stressed, but even it's putting on a little growth, the Kushu mandarin. And our juice orange tree, the Valencia orange, is looking good too. You can see some of the little yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of Valencia oranges this season. And of course we have over here the Seville oranges, and this year we are definitely going to make the orange marmalade English style. Well, we had a real good bloom. The cherries are starting to bud out, and this little cherry has already had a bud break here. You can see, and we did spray this year on the peach trees, so we should not have a lot of peach leaf curl, and we haven't had a lot of rain. And if you don't know what peach leaf curl is, it's that stuff that when the leaves come out, they look all curly and they wither and die. And so our peach trees are still sleeping, but our plum trees have been in bloom, and the elephant heart and the Santa Rosa plum there is already just about done. We have our two here. We've got our Trevita orange and our Washington navel orange. So things are looking good. You know, we haven't had a lot of rain, so I haven't had to do a lot of grass cutting yet. We really didn't have a cold enough spell here that it stopped the grass from growing, so I had to do all that, tending the back lot. I won't take you back, but I trimmed the fig tree so it wouldn't be interfering with the apple tree there. And I'm probably going to be planting a few more trees here, just maybe a few flowering type of trees and things. So yeah, things are going good. And I thought, you know, since we're getting ready to start the rebuilding the corner of the house, that's going to be the big project unfolding this weekend. And come Friday, we're going to do a review and have a special little chat about you know, what we're going to have to do. It's going to be like brain surgery on the house to do that. And finally, you know, guys, we've been filling out here. I put little Toot back in the back in its little case here, the amplifier that I got running again and going. I'm still putting more test equipment. I got more stuff down from the upper levels down there, some more stuff to go inside. So all in all, I'm really happy because I have one of the best equipped audio and repair workshops of anybody I know, and Jen is happy because when a project starts here, I don't have to waste 2 hours looking for tools and shit. I just come out here and lay my hands on it. So Yeah, right now it's Amplifier City in here, and that's cool. I'm still unboxing tools and things like that. There's a lot of, so much cool stuff to look forward to on the channel, guys. And as usual, I am so blessed to have you along. Thanks for being along for the March Rancho update.